This video and channel is for adult collectors only.
Delicious. Meter. Hotshot.
Oh, okay, hello and welcome to the Delicious Meter. Haven't done one of these in a while. On Legacy Deluxe Wave 1 Hotshot, we are going to see just how delicious and tasty this Deluxe Hotshot will be and how high or low he will rank on the Delicious Meter. Let's get right into it, shall we? First off, the head sculpt totally evokes Hotshot from Armada, a young, brash, turbo-revving punk, which is obviously inspired by Hotshot and some iterations of Bumblebee. He just looks like one of those young kids down here in South Florida that you would hear driving around in their Hondas 3 a.m. at night blaring some Yeet. You got the flip down visor, which is sick. Love the gunmetal paint and then the blue translucent plastic. The circular circumference of his head is just oozing with sculpted details all over his face, and then you got the black painted on the sides there. It's just a really nice head sculpt. Oop, what the heck? Oop, 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 oop. His bulky, wicked shoulder pylon armors just totally takes command on his upper section and just gives him this extra piece of heft that just makes him so worthy of going into battle. They do untab sort of easily, which I don't really like. They just untab. But it is cool that they get out of the way for articulation, but it kind of limits the arm movement. Oh, well, not really. We'll get into that more with articulation, but you got some siege ports there. Siege ports there on the arm. Got them on the bottom of the feet. Are they on the... Yeah, they're on the sides here for the weapon storage and vehicle mode. And there's one right above his booty. Elephant in the room with the upper section. The arms are a bit stubby and skinny looking compared to the rest of his body due to him missing the windshield armor, which is at the bottom of the legs. The infamous bottom legs. You guys want to hear my thoughts on this? Can you guess? Drum roll, please. I don't like it, obviously. I mean, they even had the nerve to put hollow spots right here when it's already hollow. Even on the red hinge for transformation, they just had to hollow that out. This wasn't good enough for budget cuts, right? They had to do these two pieces and in here too. Isn't that just great? And not to mention, well, I mean, this doesn't matter too much, but even the inside of the foot is hollow, so... Did this really have to happen? Oh, I did again. Did this really have to happen? They could have just, like, added an extra hinge, even though on clear plastic, that's already, I don't know. There's really not a good way to go around it other than just putting it on the arms or just a section of it on the arms, not even the whole thing. Just something to give the arms some extra bulk. But I do like the chest. The chest has some very delectable silver paint on it and some good sculpted details that sort of gets washed in this bright cartoony red color scheme, which I do love. It really evokes the color he had in the Armada cartoon and it really pops, but just some extra, I don't know, black details or something or silver paint would have brought this out, but I don't think that's on the animation model, so I think they just went with accuracy instead of adding more paint and extra details to this figure, which I do not mind. And taking attention to the lower legs again, I do wish these circular details were painted black, or what was it, black, dark blue, gray, whatever the color scheme was in the show. Would have been nice extra piece of detail there, but hey, whatever, not too big of a deal. And the feet aren't too shabby. In the back, he's got a backpack, but he's supposed to have that because he's got the flip-out axle bazooka of destruction, death, which I just love. It's a little bit hollowed out and stuff, but I mean, on a car part, how much of the piece is actually going to be filled in 1000%? So this doesn't look terrible to me. It just looks like how the inside piece of a car would look when it's transformed into a freaking bazooka. But you got siege ports on each side of there, and then you got it on the front piece right here to plug in some pew stuff going on there, and you could go brrrr. Wait, no, this isn't a machine gun. It goes there we go. And you could angle it up. It's on a friction joint, so you get a little bit of clicky clanky. You can sort of hear it, and then it rotates on a mushroom peg. You get some locking joints in there too when you're rotating it. So I really love that feature. The flip-down visor is great, and you do have the engine gun with some nice black and silver paint. It's casted in red plastic, though, for some reason. You can see here on the handle. Focus camera, focus, there you go. Completely painted in silver and black, so I don't know, maybe they could have saved some paint budget and added that black paint to the bottom of the legs here. I don't know, but it does still look beautiful. It is what it is. Holds well in his hands. You could do, and there's 2 ports there, so you could do it on either side. I think, sometimes I go back and forth on which side I think is better, but I think holding it like that works. I mean, you could do it like this. You could plug it on the inside of his freaking arm. You could plug it anywhere with a siege port. Another option you got is you could take the Axle Bazooka off on its mushroom peg and combine this gun, and he can, like, hold it. I don't know. I don't really like this too much, but it's a feature the designers showed off. You could combine the guns for the evil fusion, which, it's alright. I mean, it is a thing you could do. It's an option, but I don't really think it's that cool. Forgot to note there's also a siege port when you lift up the Axle Bazooka. I didn't even realize that until now. I've had this figure since March 1st, and I'm just now noticing that. L. And the engine block gun is pew 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 abling. You can plug it in. I mean, the ports are super stubby, so it's not gonna hold. I mean, you can get it, but it just falls right off. It works with the smaller effects. I don't have any on me, but it does work better with the Battlemaster effects, which are much more smaller than what we go with the Commander class, so there you go with that. Articulation time! Yeah, he's got a little bit of wiggly-waggly, not a lot of up movement, but it does rotate pretty good, too. Well, not too, it does, what am I saying? And you got some outward movement there, forward and back. You could lift this up all the way to get it, but it obviously looks weird because it's supposed to be a part of his shoulder. I don't like when they redesign the shoulder, stuff like that. They did that with Armada Megatron, Laser Optimus. Just stop doing that, Hasbro. Just make it a part of the shoulder. Whatever. Bicep swivel, 90-degree bend, which is good. No wrist swivel, which sucks. Boo. You got waist swivel, which is always welcome. You got hips all the way out. Love it. You got kick forward 90 degrees, back a little bit less due to bumping into the backpack and the leg kibble. Thigh swivel, less than 90 when you have the windshield flip that way, but then when you flip it out, you could get more than, or you could get close to 90, but still not quite. I just don't like the lower legs at all. I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times, but you got ankle tilt there, which is great, and the feet do move up a little bit and down a whole lot due to transformation. And now it's the part of the video where I transform this guy. I've been dreading this. I do not like the transformation. The clear plastic hinges suck. There's already stress marks on them, and the transformation is so fiddly and trash, just like with every Armada Hotshot figure. I'm just gonna speed this up like I always do with these regular reviews. Not for stop motion ones anyway, which if you want to see more of those, subscribe! And I gotta say, in car mode, I like him a bit better. I think this car mode is dope. I love the low to the ground race car sort of vibe. It really fits Hotshot and his character well. Don't like the mismatching on yellow paint though, but whatever. The wheels look cool. The front section is painted well with the engine block there. And even the inside, while you do see robot junk and ball joint junk, I just think they should have just went with solid plastic for the windshield. I don't know why they do that with 80%, 90% of Transformers toys these days, but whatever. They did try to make it look like inside car details with the seats and the dashboard and stuff like that, so it's not terrible. It's not just a bunch of junk packed in until you see it all over the windshield like on a lot of figures, so at least they tried there. But, I mean, it is what it is. At least you got the Minicon port, which is pretty cool. It's missing on a lot of the other Armada figures, but at least they did it with Hotshot. I don't have Jolt to show you guys, so I can't do that with it, but, yeah, pretty nice vehicle mode. Everything stores up sort of well. Not a lot of robot kibble under there, even though I don't really care about that. This is a controversial release for Legacy, definitely. I mean, this is one of my favorite Transformers characters of all time, or Autobots of all time. I mean, it's literally the last name of my channel name here, Jamm. It's his reference. He loves jam and stuff. So, I was really looking forward to this figure, and I didn't think the legs would bother me as much in hand, but they sort of do. Do want to pick up leg fillers or do something to fix up those terrible legs. The gimpy arms, well, they're not bad. I mean, it would have been nice if he did have the windshield armor on there, but it's not terrible. The robot mode is still clean overall, still the best Generations Chug Hotshot we've ever gotten, and probably until they bump him to Voyager class or do something different engineering wise, probably the best Armada Hotshot we're ever gonna get. So I'd get this guy while you can. If you love Hotshot and you love Armada, definitely, especially with Starscream that's out and Megatron and Optimus coming and whoever else is coming from Armada, because y'all know they finna complete that team at some point. So this is going to rank on the delicious meter. I will give him 6.5 tasty treats out of 10. So yeah, if you want to get him for your Armada stuff, but he's nothing too crazy. I just got him because I love Hotshot. The weapons are cool, and the features with that, like his engine gun and the Axle Bazooka, you don't really see those types of features on a lot of Deluxe class figures these days, so he's got that going for him. He's got the upper body going for him, and the car mode is pretty nice looking, so yeah, he's not too bad, but definitely some issues with him. So if you want to get him, don't. Thank you guys for watching. This has been another episode of Delicious Meter, 6.5 tasty treats out of 10. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.